and welcome. My name is Michelle Montana. This is my interior design YouTube channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you stick around. If you're not new here, thanks for sticking around. Today, as you can tell by the title, I am critiquing Joanna Gaines' home. Now, before we get started, as I learned from critiquing Leanne Ford's home, I would like to disclaim and further press that I am not a hater. I think Joanna Gaines is incredibly talented. We all know that she is the queen of the modern farmhouse, but I know that in the last couple of years, especially while she was restoring that historic castle in Waco, Texas, her style has really made an evolution from everything being white to really honoring the integrity of the initial home, which is what I am all about. It is my design goal always, is to enhance the beauty that's already there, right? For example, she recently designed this home and I am so in love with the choices. Absolutely no notes on the things that she did for this client. Maybe lighting. I can maybe do a little. Other than that, in the kitchen little nook, breakfast nook, absolutely no notes. Okay, so I just want to say that this is a fun exercise for me to take a space and show you what I would personally do differently. It has nothing to do with them and their style. And I'd also like to say that art is art. It's open for critique. We critique AD home tours all of the time. And those have all been put there by an interior designer. An interior designer designed those spaces that we are all critiquing all the time. So me critiquing an interior designer's personal space is the same thing. Okay? Just needed to get that open and out there, that this is not a hate video. It's a fun exercise. And if you can't handle that, go watch something else. The living room. I'm going to approach this differently than I did Leanne Ford's, in the sense that I'm going to pretend that Joanna is my client and she wants a modern farmhouse. Okay? So I'm not going to drastically change things because maybe we would be here all day. Like, that's silly. That's not the point of this exercise. It is what I would do differently with the design that's already there. In her living room, I would keep her furniture as is. I like that sofa. I think that it's like a good kind of basic sofa that you can design around in any space. So I like that. I'm going to remove the large clock from the wall, and I'm going to put a piece of art like this there instead. And the reason that I chose this piece where it has these reds is because I'm going to swap out the rug in her space and I'm going to put this rug there instead, just to give us a little bit more color in the space and to warm it up a little bit. And I think that you can't go wrong with a red Persian rug in any space. So those are just the two large changes that I'm doing to this room. I'm not really doing anything else. I do want to take down this little street sign in the corner because I just don't like that. And I don't really know how else to say why I'm taking it down. So I love this piano stain. I don't know why it's green. If it was already green, great. If she painted it, I like it less, but we're keeping the piano. Moving on to the kitchen, big bright white kitchen. I'd like to add a little bit more color, and where you see tile, I'd like to exchange for this sort of maroon tile instead. I believe this tile is made in Portugal. Everything that I put in here is going to be linked below and most likely from Etsy. Most everything is from Etsy. So I'm going to put those in where the tile is. I'm going to let all the white stay white. But I like the color of the seats that are the bar stools or counter stools. So I think it would be nice to have that color picked up in the tiles on the walls. And then I'm not into this sort of like antiqued white distressing. So I'm just gonna paint that white underneath the island there instead of it being kind of distressed. In this particular corner, we're gonna do the tile there as well. And I would like to remove the pharmacy sign. Just something about like farmhouse decor, which is probably why I'm not a farmhouse girly, even though I got my gingham on today and I feel like I'm gonna go milk a cow. I don't love the like signage, personally. I'm sorry. Okay, over here, I think this is a great space. However, I do want to warm it up a little bit and go in this kind of direction with some like a dark wood table and some bentwood chairs. And I think even the black bentwood chair would look really nice and bring in a little bit more contrast, a little bit more dimension into the design as a whole. And we can move away from the white table. I just think we can just darken it up a little bit and do like a nice dark wood table with black bentwood chairs. See how it kind of looks nice in like a whiter space? Okay, good corner. I love flat, what is it called? Like a flat drawer storage. What is that called? Flat something. I don't know what that's called. Can't think of it. Okay, we are now in the boys' bunk room. I just want to warm it up a little bit. It's a little too military for me. And I actually don't think it plays into the farmhouse aesthetic. So I love the sconces. We're gonna keep the bedding as is, that's fine. I just wanna get rid of this faux turf and put in something a little bit more like this. I really like this rug actually, it's from Wayfair. I think it's like a great playroom rug in general. And then I just wanna warm it up and bring in a little bit of softness by adding some curtains into the space, probably this color, but if my client Joanna would approve, I also really like these more colorful and patterned curtains. So I think that would be a fun addition to the space and just warm it up a little bit. I was gonna get into changing the ladders and the bars on the side, but we're gonna leave those and just warm it up with a little bit of soft fabrics. Okay, I don't have a lot to change about the bedroom. I don't like when chandeliers are above the bed. I just feel like it's gonna come crashing down on me in the middle of the night. So I would like to rewire the space and just put the chandelier, we'll even keep that chandelier for the sake of this exercise, and put it in the middle of the room. I just don't like that it's above the bed. It actually upsets me. Anyways, I do think that the blue tones in the bedding and the rug are a little bit cold, so I'm gonna warm it up a little bit, and I'm gonna do this more pink Persian style. It's still got that faded, super old, and it is real vintage fade. It's not a manufactured distressing. It's a real vintage rug. So we're gonna do that in this space instead. And then I had a really hard time choosing bedding. So this is the quilt that I went with. I just think a nice quilt at the end of the bed is really all they need, and get rid of that bolster. And then the only thing that really bothers me design-wise is this bench in front of the fireplace. I don't think that needs to be there. I think it should just go at the foot of the bed. I know we're not doing any groundbreaking changes with that, but it's where it should be. I don't like it blocking the fireplace. And if you look at their before photo, like before Joanna redid her whole home, it made sense with the bench there because it was like an ottoman because there were two chairs. So now it kind of doesn't make sense to be there still. So I just want to put it at the foot of the bed. You can even see in this photo that they moved it out of the way to get the photo of the fireplace. So just move it all the time. I don't like there's like fake staging in that, and they moved the chair closer in, you know, whatever. But that's it for the bedroom. I like that chair. I like the color on the walls. I like the fireplace. If the fireplace is already painted, you can paint it whatever color you want, you know, so the dark is good. Okay, I love this nursery. I absolutely love this nursery. I really am not changing much. I'm just gonna put in a more playful rug. Wow. She loves rugs. And I'm just not a gray fan. I would do something more in this family of paint. This is called Dry Sage by Benjamin Moore. I just think it would be a really nice, soft green, Jendi Nooch version of Jendi Nooch I got from TikTok, by the way. Gender neutral color. I just think it's pretty. And it kind of matches my top. But I love that dresser. I think that art is nice. I like the rocking chair. I like this little cupboard on the other side. I think that's really pretty and nice. Okay, last but not least, see, this wasn't that painful. I didn't go overboard. I think she had an easier space for me to work with, where I was just like, I just want to warm things up a little bit. Last thing, I just don't like that sign painted on the wall. So I found a couple of cute art options on Etsy that are like laundry art. So it's fitting in with her aesthetic. It's just like a little bit, it's got vintage vibes. I'm not sure if these are legitimately vintage, but that little boy looks like it could be an old pic. I don't know. I just think that that would be a nice art option instead of the wall decal. And that's it. You guys, this was really painless. I think I've only been filming for like 10 minutes maybe. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry if I wasn't mean enough for those of you that enjoyed the last one. And I hope I didn't make anyone else cry because I was too mean. I really was not mean. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a juicy thumbs up. Give me a little comment. Tell me what you think. Maybe hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Next Monday? Next Sunday. Okay, love you, bye.